up, Tyler?
Hey, what's up, Nate? How you doing?
Not bad. So I was looking up how our bodies use like food for energy, and it was talking about this sugar called glucose. I was wondering if you could explain to me a little bit how our body breaks it down and uses it for energy.
We see glucose is used in the first part of cellular respiration.
Cellular respiration?
Yeah, cellular respiration. Now, the first part of it is glycolysis. Glycolysis takes the glucose and breaks it down into two separate different pyruvates. Now, it uses 10 different enzymes to complete this process.
So you said it gets broken down into two pyruvates. How does glucose become two different pyruvates?
Well, you see, along the glycolysis pathway, glucose gets broken down to various molecules using various enzymes. And whenever it reaches fructose 1,6-phosphate, the fructose 1,6-phosphate gets broken down by an enzyme called aldolase. Now, this breaks it into two separate pieces. You first get glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which is what you need to continue on down through the glycolysis pathway. The second being dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Now, the dihydroxyacetone phosphate needs to be broken down farther to turn it back into the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which is needed. Now, it does this through the enzyme called triisophosphate isomerase. And that gives you the two single molecules that you need to continue on, which gives you the two separate pyruvates. Now, the pyruvates will continue on down through the Krebs cycle, but we won't get into that right now.
Wow, that's really interesting. So now that we've gone through and kind of talked about how it gets broken down, could you explain to me how the body gets energy from this process?
We see in glycolysis, it actually uses up 2 ATP before it even makes ATP for the body. It uses up 1 ATP in steps 1 and 3. Now in steps 7 and 10, it actually gives us back a total of 4 ATP, which would be a net gain of 2 ATP for the body. In step 6, it also gives us back 2 NADH, 1 per each pyruvate. Now these ATP and NADHs will go on to serve functions in other cellular functions like ATP pump, or it could also be used to go back and help break down a different glucose molecule.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for explaining this to me because I was kind of lost in the subject. I really appreciate it. It's been great information.
Anytime, Nate. I enjoyed it.